Pauline Hanson among fellow travellers. At a rally on Sunday organised by a group demanding an end to what it calls mass immigration.
Thank you for your voice.
The One Nation leader fighting to become a major political force in the race to win the Farrer by-election in just under 2 weeks.
I think that we've got a very good candidate, a man from the land.
And shatter one of the thickest glass ceilings of the past 3 decades, her failure to win a lower house federal seat under One Nation's banner. Polls suggest the party is neck and neck with the well-known local independent Michelle Millthorpe.
Well, if the numbers are right, it puts us in a very good position to hopefully win that seat.
But less than 24 hours after Sunday's rally, the party was blindsided by revelations that its candidate, an agri-businessman and a former National Party member,
I'm here with David Farley, my candidate for the seat of Farrer.
had once looked to join Labor and even donated cash to its winning campaign in the 2023 Aston by-election.
We've discovered that a vote for One Nation is a vote for Labor. That's not what I think the people of Farrer want or need.
If you vote Teal, you're going to get Green. If you vote One Nation, you're going to get Labor. I tell you who the real genuine candidates are. They're right here with me.
Compounding the revelation, Pauline Hanson and the rest of the party learned of David Farley's dalliance with Labor at the same time that voters in Farrer did, on Monday when the Sydney Morning Herald broke the news.
We look at people with the philosophies they have now, not the philosophies they used to have. I've always said, if you haven't been a socialist before the age of 24, you have no heart. If you're still a socialist after the age of 24, you have no head or you work for the ABC.
Except David Farley's attempt to join Labor was when he was a grown man, not some impressionable teenager discovering the works of Leon Trotsky.
It'd be more Karl Marx, I suppose. There are people, Jacob, as you know, at this election are going to vote vastly different to what they did at the last election. They're not held to their position for eternity. As people, learn more and see the circumstances that are before them, they change their views. It's very Maynard Keynes thing to do, isn't it?
Either way, the episode has raised questions about how One Nation selects candidates.
What we did know about David is the process that he went through. We didn't ask that question, so maybe that's remiss of us. And even if we had, it wouldn't have made a difference. We're more interested in where you are now than where you have been in the past.
Vacated by former Liberal leader Susan Lee, and for decades a coalition stronghold, Farrer, which stretches along the New South Wales side of the Murray River between Albury and the South Australian border, is very much at risk of being lost by the major parties. With schoolteacher Michelle Millthorpe's strong showing in last year's federal election raising the prospect of an upset next month that would deliver an early blow to the new Liberal leader Angus Taylor.
If they fail to win that seat, then I think a lot of people in the Liberal Party will think, what was the point in changing Susan Lee for Angus Taylor?
While Millthorpe has won endorsements from some unexpected regional royalty, including Bob Katter and Rupert Murdoch's pro-climate son-in-law Alastair McLeod, her chances suffered a setback last week when the Nationals and Liberals agreed to preference One Nation ahead of her.
The truth is that we don't want to see Teal policies for Farrer or for this country.
Farrer may well be the first time that preferences from the coalition are decisive in getting One Nation into the lower house. Barnaby Joyce says the deal is very important to One Nation's chances.
The dynamics in Australian politics has changed, hasn't it, Jacob? We're seeing that the rise of One Nation, it's not an aberration, it's for real. People can either accept it or get run over by it. It's just how it's going to play out. And, we've preferenced the Nationals and the Liberals, so it's not surprising. In fact, we preferenced the Nationals second, and they've preferenced us fifth. So make of that what you will.
If One Nation is successful in Farrer, the momentum could propel them at the next federal election, raising a broader question about what the party might demand if it seized the balance of power under a minority coalition government.
They can keep their ministries, but the supply and confidence will come with a definite deal of policy structure that must be brought about in the time frame that we require.
Barnaby Joyce insists that would include a promise to scrap the Department of Climate Change and end support for solar and wind projects. How that message lands in Farrer and whether the One Nation candidate's history of ties to other parties matters will become clear on May 9.
We know exactly what we believe in, and you can see it from immigration to climate policy. It's really quite simple. We focus on the Australian people first, and I think we're one of the first people to say that.